So I'm at the range today, and I'm going to be doing an accuracy test with Vera. She is my non-restricted CSA VZ58 chambered in 7.62x39. So for this test today, I'm going to be doing 5-shot groups at a distance of 100 meters, fully supported off my K-zone rest. And the shooting conditions for today seem to be pretty good. There's a very light cold breeze, and the temperature right now is pretty much right around minus 15 degrees Celsius. But the sun's really intense, so it feels actually quite nice out. As far as modifications on this firearm that may alter its accuracy, there really isn't any. This gun's mechanically, it's fairly stock. The only thing I can think of is I do have a rather aggressive muzzle brake on the end of its barrel that I purchased from Corwin Arms in BC. And as for things to aid in, to provide shooting aid, I am going to be using this 2.5 to 5 power Belarusian POSP. This is the AK version, so it's got the 400 meter Simonov reticle in it. It's a pretty sweet optic. You've seen it on this channel before, and you'll definitely see it again in other videos. It does have the stock trigger in it, and pretty much everything else is just cosmetic. The magazines I'm going to be using today, I'm going to be using one Czech Army surplus mag, and then the other one I'm going to be using is the factory parkerized, powder coated, whatever you want to call it, CSA mag. So it's very similar in appearance, except the finish is different. And all these mags, I believe, are like 30-round mags pinned to 5 rounds here in Canada. I brought out quite a wide range of ammo today, so between trying to keep the cost of ammo down and also trying to save time because there's so many different types I'm going to try, I'm only going to shoot probably around 2 of each type of ammo. So I'm going to shoot 2 5-shot groups of each type. Maybe if there's a type of ammo that's really interesting me, like say it's getting really accurate, I might shoot a 3rd group or a 4th group just to confirm it. But generally, I'm going to be just doing 2 groups for each type. And what else? That's pretty much it. Let's see what she does.
Один казак из дому стоит, ой, заскучал один казак на дому, коню на гриву повод уронил. Ой, заскучал один казак на дому, коню на гриву повод уронил. Эх, развитались кудры рассыпную, а доминунка мучила его. Лихо глядел он синюю степную, а в той дали не видно ничего. Лихо глядел он синюю степную, а в той дали не видно ничего. Тряхнул казак жеваной головою, сказал своим товарищам с тоской: эх, на сердце молодое, ой, как мне, братцы, хочется домой. Эх, избавлено сердце молодое, ой, как мне, братцы, хочется домой. Иди скорей, дороженька, дорога, разве казачью думает тоску. Эх, надо ты, поднял коня легкого, и свистнул сабли острой на скаку. Эх, надо ты, поднял коня легкого, и свистнул сабли острой на скаку. Давай степи, полки за славой громкой, все шли, сбиваясь на подъем. Правильная, родимая сторонка, привет, красный конь на поклон. Правильная, родимая сторонка, привет, красный конь на поклон. Правильная, родимая сторонка, привет, красный конь на поклон.
Alright, so I did an absolute boatload of shooting these last 2 days, and this is the results. So the first ammo type I tried was this Ukrainian production LCW ammunition. It's a steel cased hollow point round, and this particular group measures 2.15 inches. This one measures 3.16 inches,
and this one measures 2.70 inches. This group here is the first group of the day, so I didn't bother counting it. Now I will mention, like all my accuracy tests on my channel, all my groups are measured with a digital caliper from center to center of the outermost bullets. Up next, I shot the Hornady SST ammunition. This is some pretty premium stuff offered by Hornady. It's a steel case once again with a ballistic tip on it. Anyways, this particular group measures 1.39 inches. This one measures 1.34 inches, and this one measures 2.39 inches. So for some reason it's like an inch larger. After that I shot Stellar and Billet ammunition. So these were brass case pointed soft points, I believe. This one measures 1.73 inches. I only shot 2 of the stuff that I didn't have very much of. So there's only 2 groups. This group down here for some reason is 3.72 inches. After that I shot Winchester. Same kind of thing, it's a hunting round, so it's a brass cased pointed lead soft point. This one measures 3.02 inches, and this one measures 2.88 inches. My experience, this Winchester ammunition shoots like crap in all the guns I've shot it through. It shot terrible in my SKS. The VZ seems to shoot it better than the SKS did, at least. Then I shot Federal ammunition, same thing as the previous 2 bullets. It's once again brass cased pointed lead soft points. This group measures 2.04 inches. This one's 2.83 inches. Some of these targets are reused from previous range trips, so you can see sometimes there's other bullet holes on the paper, but I clearly marked them as not being part of this particular shooting test. Then I shot American Eagle full metal jacket rounds. I can't remember what the casing was. I think it was brass as well. And this particular group is 2.68 inches, and this one's 2.18 inches. So the VZ actually seemed to like that ammo pretty good. Then I shot MFS. My experience, this stuff shoots like crap in most guns, just like the Winchester. But this group surprisingly measures 2.53 inches, and this one's 3.32 inches. This is more like what I normally see it do in like SKSs and stuff. And the MFS is 125 grain steel case round. I think this was pointed, I think these were lead soft points as well. And this is the interesting stuff. Czech surplus ammunition with, I believe, a production date of 1967. My experience, this stuff actually shoots really good for surplus ammunition. It's corrosive. This group measures 3.47, so not the best. And this group measures 4.05, so not good either. But I've seen this occasionally from this stuff. 1.12 inches. This is a 5-shot group. And this is all just like that thing I was mentioning earlier, very sporadic. I felt relatively confident about all the groups I shot. If I didn't feel confident about it, I would have marked something on the paper. So sporadic ammunition, but I have seen this a few times from that ammo, like darn near MOA stuff with this gun. Then I shot Norinco surplus ammunition, and it didn't do very good like I normally expect it to. 2.5 inches, and this one's 3.94 inches. Usually not very accurate ammo in my experience, but cheap. And it was corrosive. Pretty much after the Hornady SST, the sun, just like it is right now, started to slip very close to the back berm on the range. Unfortunately, the range I shot this at is facing west, so a majority of those groups you saw back there were me shooting kind of into the sun. So shooting conditions got a little finicky and difficult, And also, not to mention, the temperature started to go down. So what was originally minus 15 quickly became minus 20 below Celsius. So it got really cold quick. So I decided to do some of the more accurate ammunition, or the ammunition I was curious about, a little bit more justice. So I came back to the range today, and today the weather conditions are totally different. It was like minus 6 degrees Celsius, and the wind's dead calm. And I tried to beat the sun here. So, but even for these groups I'm going to show you, towards the end, the last groups I shot, I was once again shooting into the sun. It's just the particular time of the afternoon that I can get off work to do this. So anyways, I shot SST one more time. Oh, sorry, this is the last, this is one of the last, this is the last group from the really cold shooting session. It's a 4-shot group because I pulled one, as I marked down here. So if you count just the 4 without the one I pulled, it measures 1 3/4 inches. 1 3/4 inches. Oh, I guess I'm not done yet. Oh, I'm getting ahead of myself. I shot Barnell. I shot this before that. Barnell, 4.58 inches. This one's 2.72 inches. That target's out of order. The Barnell was FMJ as well. Okay, so yeah, here's what I was talking about. So this is the group I shot today. I only had 3 rounds of SST left, so I just shot these 3, and this is the first group of today. But I wanted to measure it because this is all I had left, regardless. 2.52 inches. Then I switched over to the Z-Max rounds. So these are the zombie-themed Hornady rounds. I put down VMAX for all these because I thought it was VMAX. Obviously it's ZMAX. I'm kind of sick of this whole zombie craze stuff. Like it's kind of annoying. So I put down VMAX. This one measures 2.20 inches, and this one measures 1.90 inches. Oh, and this one's interesting because I kind of got confused shooting this group, and for some reason I switched over to the target next to it and shot the empty diamond, or the diamond on the empty target next to it. So what I did is I just set the other target on top of this one and traced the 2 bullet holes where they were. So that's why there's a bunch missing, even though it's a 5-shot group. 1.90 is what it measured at. Here's those 2 rounds. Right here. Well, actually 3. There was 2 in touching. Then I shot the check ammo again. And the check ammo shot into 2.60 inches, 2.40 inches, 3.07 inches. So you can see this is probably a little bit more accurate to what it does. Kind of the 2.5 range, 3 at the worst. Those sub 2 MOA groups with the check ammo are kind of rare, but it does come up occasionally. And then I finished off with my favorite ammo. However, it doesn't shoot the best out of this gun, it seems, and that's LCW. There's 2 in 1 in this hole. I couldn't spell 1, so I put down D for some stupid reason. 2 and done. Anyways, this group measures 3.48. Terrible. And then this one's more what I normally see out of this ammo. 2.56 inches.
So having done that, I'm going to say this particular, my particular CSA VZ58 wasn't exactly a very easy gun to shoot precisely. I mostly blame that on the particular optic that I'm using, it being only a 5 power. And I found the chevron kind of V-shaped reticle a little tricky to point precisely at the target, in the sense I didn't know where to hold. Sometimes I'd find myself putting the very tip of the chevron on the target bullseye, and then other times I'd put kind of the middle, because the chevron has a little bit of thickness to it, right? I put the middle of it on the target. So it's definitely a great optic from a practical standpoint. Like, it's very effective at just general plinking and shooting, and probably in a military role, but for precise shooting it's not exactly the best. But all in all, I'm very happy with the accuracy that this gun displayed during this test. And also, I forgot to mention, the triggers on the CSA VZ58s are really bad, in my opinion. They're very spongy, just like, and they break very similar to a Type 97 trigger. For those of you who've shot one of those, basically the trigger you have on that gun is pretty much what you get on a VZ58, and the reset on this gun is terrible. It feels like you gotta let off the trigger a mile before you hear that really faint click of the trigger resetting. You really have to be listening for it. So there's a few elements to these guns that make them a little tricky to shoot precisely, but all in all, like I said, I'm very satisfied with the accuracy it displayed. Accounting for a little bit of shooter error on my part, like I always do on all my accuracy tests, and also the potential that there's better shooting ammo out there, although I doubt it for this test because I shot pretty much all of it. But I'm going to say that the VZ58, the CSA version, non-restricted, is probably right around 1.25 inches to 2.25 MOA gun. Wow, I said that wrong. Basically 1.25 MOA to 2.25 MOA. Oh, it's getting cold, I can't talk. And the sun's going below the horizon. So anyways, I hope you guys found this video very helpful. And yeah, until next time, take care.
Yeah, that one was low, I seen it. This ammo seems super inconsistent because my point of aim is almost in the exact same spot. I'm gonna try a couple more.